All right, there was a statement by the Chief Investment Officer, Ben McMillan, and right now we want to break down what's happening in the US stock market. And behind me is Standard & Poor's 500 index stocks categorized by sectors and industries, and the size represents the market cap. And there's a mix of green and red over here, and green means gains and red means losses. And I'm going to start with NVIDIA. As per mentioned earlier, NVIDIA shows a green color. It was up and increased by 3.25%, and the stock cap price market right now is 139.19, and the latest updates on NVIDIA is NVIDIA beat quarterly sales expectations as customers stockpiled its AI chips before fresh US curbs on China exports took effect, but the same restrictions will slice off $8 billion in sales from the company's current quarter, forcing the company to offer a forecast below Wall Street estimates on Wednesday. And shares of the world's most valuable semiconductor firm still rose 5% in extended trading as investors digested news that the heat in the current fiscal second quarter was not as bad as feared. And NVIDIA talked up demand for its new Blackwell chips from customers, including Microsoft. The stock is relatively flat so far this year compared with 2024, when the shares nearly tripled in value. NVIDIA now faces trade restrictions on what it can sell, and the AI data center market is also maturing. Next is Google. As you can see, Google shows sort of almost a red color, but it was down by 0.29%, and the stock price right now is 171.86. And the latest update on Google is Germany is considering a 10% tax on large online platforms like Alphabet's Google and Meta's Facebook. Its new Minister of State for Culture told magazine Stern, in a move likely to heighten trade tensions with the Trump administration. And the proposal comes as Chancellor Friedrich Merz is expected to travel to Washington soon to meet with US President Donald Trump, although a trip has not yet been officially announced. And Trump has in the past said he will not allow foreign governments to appropriate America's tax base for their own benefit. Next one, I'm going to show you under the sector or segment of consumer cycle or auto manufacturer, where Tesla, it was up by 0.43%, and the current stock price is 358.43. And the latest update on Tesla, where Elon Musk break with the Trump administration, means investors will hope he refocuses on his sprawling empire as Tesla battles slumping sales, and after SpaceX's latest rocket launch fell short of expectations. And Musk called time on his White House stint on Wednesday, giving Tesla investors some succor after shares slumped this year, in part due to the backlash to his support of US President Donald Trump and right-wing parties in Europe. And the billionaire also spearheaded Trump's so-called Department of Government Efficiency, charged with cutting federal spending, which generated controversy. And moving on is we have Amazon. Amazon right now, let me find Amazon over here, and it was up by 0.48%, and the current stock price is 205.70 green color, and where the New York Times is allowing Amazon.com to use its editorial content for artificial intelligence products such as Alexa, marking the publisher's first licensing deal tied to generative AI. And the multi-year agreement lets Amazon use news articles from The Times and content from NYT cooking and sports website The Athletic, the publisher said on Thursday, without disclosing the financial terms of the deal. The deal comes as AI companies strive to overcome difficulties in improving their large language models after exhausting all the easily accessible data in the world. And many, including ChatGPT owner OpenAI, are also facing lawsuits related to data usage. All right, we have more Update Saturdays. Don't go anywhere. Please stay tuned with my colleague Tamina Kausji.